Welcome to the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio. Check out Adrenaline Hydrographics in a Cedar Creek Mall. Put a custom finish on anything you want. Choose from over 1,000 different patterns and colors, including camos, wood grains, carbon fibers, and custom prints like flames, skull patterns, and flag scenes. They can customize your Harley parts, baseball helmets, and hard hats, guns and gun stocks, fishing poles, deer skulls, coat racks, you name it. Pretty much anything you can paint, they can put a custom pattern on for you. Adrenaline Hydrographics in the Cedar Creek Mall.
Good Sunday morning, bright and early. Are you there? Are you there? Hello, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm here.
That beard's looking beautiful on you, by the way. That's gonna be a regular duck commander beard before long.
It's gonna be luscious. I can't wait.
A luscious beard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So in the news this morning, we've got a young fella in the Antigo area, I think it was, that took down a record bear, huh?
Yeah, state record.
State record.
Yep.
State record yogi.
Yeah.
Big old
What
fat.
was it? 737 pounds or something like that.
Anything over 700 is big for me. That's
Anything
getting to be like some of our family members. That's big. That's big. Monstrous. Tim's over there covering his mouth. He's trying. Either he doesn't want to laugh on air or he doesn't want to comment on this. I'm not sure. This morning, I had somebody that was texting me this week on this feral hog situation. Something about the DNR put something about shoot on sight feral hogs, those garbage. More than likely, what happened is there was one sighted, and there's probably somebody's pig that got off their farm. The DNR counts by tens anyway. This is a deer population thing. So it's either that or I figured that they were riding around the 400 block at about 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, man.
That's like a week and a half-ish ago or something that came out.
Yeah.
And it was for a sighting in, I believe it was Washburn County.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't even know where Washburn County is, man.
Ashland, Bayfield area.
It's way up there in the Northwoods. Hey.
That's a long ways up for a pig to be living. It's going to be one cold, strong pig. It can be one hairy piggy. If anybody's seen a feral hog, I'd like to know about it. Facebook us, text us, call us, let us know. We'd like to know about this feral hog. You don't have to tell us where. If it's your secret hunting spot, that's fine. That's cool. But I'd like to hear a story about your feral hog sighting in Wisconsin. We'll give you a free prize. By the way, got everything packaged up finally to send to those. We were behind, just so you know, anybody's listening, the folks that had won prizes on our last giveaway, we're a little behind because we were building our radio studio in the Big E Studios and Museum down at Cedar Creek. And let me tell you, it is a a sight to behold on your eyes. It's gorgeous, right in front of the window. What are you looking at me like that for?
Since when did you start talking like that?
Since I only got 2 hours worth of sleep.
It is a what?
A sight to behold.
I would just say that is wicked awesome. You
It's
got to come
wicked.
down there and check it out.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I should say, but I don't know. We could.
He's not awake yet.
Yeah.
I'm not awake enough to hear.
You're not
That-
awake enough to hear a sight to behold.
Man,
'Tis the season. That's coming up too. Oh,
don't even say it.
Halloween. Halloween's here. Halloween. Tim, Halloween is here, and we were getting things ready at the Big E Museum. We found a box of our Halloween costumes. Not costumes, but Brandon and I are into these really good masks, And we also, on the Big E wall, I have a couple swords. I'm a sword guy, I have an Excalibur sword, and as I've always kind of liked that medieval stuff, King Arthur. And I have a sword that was given to me by a really good friend of ours and one of our pro staff members. And it is a sword from a U.S. Army cavalry sword. Since I'm military, medically retired military, and I cherish that sword, and that's hanging on the wall. Quit twitching, boy. So Brandon and I said, wouldn't it be fun to put on some of those really scary Halloween masks, and go out the front door of the mall where all the walkers are walking up and down the hallway there with the swords in our hand and just act like we're chasing them, scare them old people?
So you look normal for once.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Then Brandon said we could take it up a notch and start sword fighting in the hallway.
I think you'd scare him more without the mask.
Gee, thanks. I appreciate that. Appreciate where you're coming from. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, you have that wild look in your eye, though. I mean,
Well, I was partaking in the activities. There's another one of them words for you. At Tomahawk this weekend. I had to go up there and check it out. Today is the last day of the famous annual fall ride, the Mini Sturgis.
today's the day everybody tries to overcome their hangover and pack their bikes up and head back home.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or
Or they try
lucky
to get,
ones that have brought the bike in the trailer with the camper and and they took tomorrow off.
Yeah, today's the day you can get your best deals if you didn't get your Tomahawk T-shirt. So, but I tell you what, they had some pretty nice looking shirts and stuff up there. And I asked a lot of the vendors, the T-shirt vendors. I stopped and asked some of them where they were from, and as they spoke to me with their Middle Eastern accent, they told me that they were from Florida.
I am from Florida. I have been there all of my life.
Yes, I am born and raised in Florida. And I said, oh, that's nice to have you here in Tomahawk, Wisconsin. And I just left it at that. And of course, once they started speaking to me like that, my wife looked at me and said, time to go. Because
No. Fill me in.
they weren't from Wisconsin. I was like, you ain't from around here, are you? Hey, you. You ain't from around here, are you?
Did you partake in any of the demo rides that were available?
No, I didn't. No. It's been a while since I've been on a bike. It was actually July 11th of 2013.
Yeah, last time he rode was actually more like a demo ride as well.
Yeah, demolition.
Yeah.
The last time I rode, I put her down.
Well, you're still here.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah.
Depends on if you're the prey or the predator.
I'll go with it's kind of good.
It is kind of good. It is. So now this boy, let's get back on the record book bear here. This boy that's got to go through this bear thing. What's he got to do? I mean, is it official yet, or does he? What do you know? What do you know about this, Brandon? I see Tim's over there hacking it up on the computer. He's going to look this up. Good thing we got Tim over here.
Believe it or not, I only know what you know, which isn't much.
Really?
Yeah. All I know is that apparently this 11-year-old boy shot a 737-pound record breaking state
Bear.
record.
State record.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? That's got to be close to what's the biggest bear in the world? Big black bear. What's a record book? That can't be much bigger than that. Maybe 100 pounds bigger because a black bear. That's a big black bear.
So are you going to? What are you going to do? You're
Look-
googling it, or you?
No, actually, I just got a shout out from Jamie and Stefan from South Africa. Those are the two junior PHs from Boss Safaris. They call them junior PHs, but these are the guys that actually did all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, they're the ones that actually find you the animals, do all the work, and get no credit for it.
Oh.
Pick you up at the airport, find the girls. Well, you got to go to the club at night. They take you to the girly bar.
Oh, sure.
No, we didn't do that. I don't have such a thing there. In case you're listening, honey. No, these guys get it. They take care of all the guys, find all the animals, you know. So they texted us. It says they're listening and they're saying hi all the way from South Africa. So nifty. Who else is listening to us? We'll find them. We'll go through it later.
So it's also this weekend is the second weekend of bow season.
Bow season.
Yep. And boy, we got some darn good weather for it too.
You know, and it
Really
was
good weather for
Friday night was very rainy and very nasty. I thought it was going to be a terrible weekend, not only for the fall ride, but for bow hunting and everything in general. And then, bam. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Bam,
Bam.
bam,
Pow.
bam, bang, right there.
I almost filled my tag on the way to work last night too.
Really, right with the truck.
Yeah.
That's the
I
way to
had
go.
to stop completely, and that deer just stood
What
there
happened
and
to
stared
you?
at
What did
me.
you stop for? You got a big
Nice.
bully bar in front of that truck. Yeah, what are you thinking?
Well,
What happened to you?
I'm married now, you know, and I would get in trouble if I.
Yeah. But I remember the day when Brandon. Let me tell you, this is Tim, this guy's stopping for deer now that he's paying for his own trucks. But back when I was buying vehicles for him, when he's 16 years old, he's out there bragging that "Hey, it's the 17th deer I hit with that car.
I was in high school.
I met him. This is no kidding. I met him coming down the road one day, and I had clients with me.
One night.
Yeah, it was one night. And I have two customers with me in the car, and we meet this vehicle coming down the road at us, and it's an old Chevy Lumina. And as we meet it, the people in the vehicle are holding spotlights out each window on top of the roof because they got no headlights because the front end is smashed up. And as we meet him, the guys in the car with me go, "What in the heck was that?" And I go, "Oh, that's just my son." He said, "What are they doing?" And I said, "You probably smashed the headlights out of the car, hitting deer with it or something. I don't know." That's the way them kids act around here. And they looked at me and they said, "Are you serious? That's your son?" And I said, "Yeah." And they didn't believe me until about 20 minutes later. He pulled in the driveway and they go, "That really was your son." And I go, "I wasn't lying to you." Yeah.
So in other words, Brandon, you actively sought out objects of prey with the car.
He says that they just kept running into him. He was the most unlucky guy on the road. I'm just going to leave it at that. But, yeah, that's what he said. Now, can you imagine? This is white-tailed deer. He lived in Wisconsin, so he had to worry about that. Now, can you imagine if he lived in South Africa where kudu and giraffe were running across the road? Yeah. What are you looking at? Or a rhino.
I saw one of them last night too.
You did? Were you
Yeah.
downtown?
Oh, I was at work.
Oh. Did she have was it a horned rhino or a non-horned rhino? Let me tell you. Would you stop crunching? You got to do that in the commercial.
I want a donut now. I'm hungry. Hey.
So, how about bow hunting? Are you going to go bow hunting, Brandon?
Yeah, actually, I was going to go this morning, but I didn't want to leave you alone because,
It's a good thing you didn't either.
yeah.
Because I'd have been alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you're alone. I get plenty of alone time when I'm at home.
You want to go bow hunting today?
Yeah, it'd be nice, but I don't have my new bow yet.
You can film me.
Yeah. I left my bow in South Africa with my PH, and then what does he do? He trades it. I'm not even going to tell you what he traded it for, because that just would blow you away. But he traded it, because somebody over there wanted it, so he traded it.
Oh,
Were you getting a phone call?
No. I got a text message.
Oh, boy, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Did we say something already?
Well, we brought up bow hunting.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Oh, guess what? She needs hers, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, hers is here somewhere. She's got to go up north and find it. Let's not even bring that up, huh? Anybody we know out there that's listening that got a big buck, we'd like to hear that story, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because we like big bucks and we cannot lie.
You know, actually, oh man, I was talking to the guy that called in here a couple of weeks ago, our bear hunter Joe. He was sitting out.
Bear Hunter Joe. That's a good name for him. We'll
Yeah,
call him
Bear
that.
Hunter
Bear
Joe.
Hunter Joe.
That's
You listening, Bear Hunter Joe?
He, I guarantee you, he's sitting in a stand.
Well, you could still listen. You put the earbud in and listen.
He's not the kind of guy that's gonna have an earbud. He has a flip phone that you can't even receive text messages
Flip
on.
phone. Do them things still work?
Yeah, his works.
Lord almighty. Probably got a landline at home, too.
So he was sitting there in the rain the other night
the
before
rain.
work, and not really raining that hard where he was hunting, but it was just kind of a drizzle.
A drizzle. I've had that, too. You can get that cured at the doctor.
And so yeah, he had heard something in the brush, and he had looked over that way about 45, 50 yards out. Big black, just he thought it was a big old bear coming in, and then he saw the
Your
antlers.
mother-in-law. Oh, it was a deer.
What is wrong with you?
I was just saying, did they ever catch her? One of our mother-in-laws is still roaming around southern Georgia. Remember the big hairy ape thing?
Well, it ain't mine, buddy. All right.
Let's wait. I'm going to watch your phone and see if Megan texts.
So, anyways, yeah, he then he seen the antlers. It was real. I mean, almost black, just swamp buck. And
Black swamp buck.
he didn't get a chance to get a shot at it. He was hunting with his crossbow. He's got his new crossbow, and it never did step out to give him a shot. But he said he guarantees if he had shot that, he wouldn't have been in work that night. He was he's probably 170, 180 inch whitetail. So
Well, that's a big buck. Your wife just texted me. Hey, we got to wrap it up for a break here quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more. And when we come back, we're going to have a big, big giveaway. So everybody's listening. We want to find out who is listening this early in the morning. I want to find out. I want to do some polls, and the only way to do polls is to either build them or give something away. Be right back. Let's take a quick break. Were you ready for us?
When you're cruising down the road and got your nose astray, call B.I.B. Auto Body night or day.
Whether you had a run-in with a deer or something a little bigger, BRB Auto Body can make your car look like it just rolled off the assembly line. BRB Auto Body specializes in complete body and paint repair, fiberglass repair, and custom painting. At BRB Auto Body, you'll receive a complimentary loaner car while yours is being repaired. Plus, you can have pictures of your vehicle's progress emailed to you on a daily basis. BRB Auto Body also offers 24-hour towing and roadside assistance at 359-9792. The next time you need auto body repair, choose BRB Auto Body, located just 1/2 mile past the Cedar Creek Mall on Highway XX in Rothschild, and online at brbautobodyinc.com.
Expect a quality job from B.I.B. Auto Body. B.I.B. Auto Body. B.I.B. Auto Body.
Hey, it's Mike with Auto Trim and Sign here in Wausau. You already know we do the fun stuff on vehicles. We can also help your business, whether it's simple lettering, company decals, or even a vehicle wrap. Auto Trim and Sign can design and install graphics perfect for your business. Your car, truck, trailer, big rig, or your company's entire fleet will be in good hands. Check out our website, autotrimofwausau.com, or call us at 715-842-9114.
Grilling season never ends at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Wausau. Meats are seasoned in slow-smoked and hickory wood-burning pits on site daily. Buy it as a meal or buy it by the pound. Takeout's available. Drive-through, dine-in, or even get Dickey's to cater your next big event. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, located at 2111 Stewart Avenue, across from Furniture and Appliance Mart. You can smell the hickory smoke goodness already.
Here's your Central Wisconsin Weather Eye forecast powered by Weatherology.com. Mostly clear skies this morning. Highs will warm well into the 60s to near 70 by this afternoon. Wind south-southwesterly 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, skies remain mostly clear and lows drop to near 49. Wind south 5 to 10. And Monday we'll have an abundance of sunshine as highs approach 71. This is meteorologist Phil Jensko for Sports Fan 100.5. Right now it's 46.
And we're back. And did you hear that weather, Brendan? It's 46 out there. A whopping, balmy 46.
Well, when's the last time you saw me wear long sleeves and a jacket?
Are you really cold? It's 46, Brandon. For gosh sakes. It's darn near suntan and weather.
I work
We
in
live
46-degree weather all night.
We live in Wisconsin. Crikey, Brandon. It's Wisconsin. So, you going to go give the old expedition a stretch out this weekend?
I'd like to.
You'd like to?
Yeah.
And see if you can get you a big old wall hanger?
Well, I'd like to.
Or just going to fill some freezer meat?
Well, I'm either going to shoot an old dry doe or I'm going to shoot a decent buck. Or nothing at all.
An old dry doe, huh? Ideally, a guy would shoot an old dry doe, but you never know.
Yeah.
There is also another record, supposedly, that has been set by a younger fella that is quite in controversy right now in North Carolina. And I will show you the visual aid to it, Brandon, because the folks that are listening can't see this. But basically what happened here is we've got a fella that, it's a young kid, and I'm not even going to say his name because it's not nice to throw his name out on the air. Because I think he's having enough trouble right now. He shot a deer in North Carolina, and then he puts a picture of it on...
Oh, no.
Yeah. Here's where it went. He puts a picture on Facebook, and this great big deer, and it's quite non-typical. And his horns are bone white. And he says, what was the previous North Carolina state record? 190? Ha! Oh, how cute it was. Mine was 243 inches gross. It didn't even have time to get his horns dirty yet after he rubbed the velvet off.
He shot an elk.
No, it wasn't an elk.
Really?
And he's rubbing it all in, and people started getting it. The next day, here's a picture of him, and the horns are a different color already. And he cut the horns off, and the hair is still on the head and everything. And
What is it?
well, again, I'm not picking on high fence hunting because there's a reason for it, but when you do something like that, you don't go jumping on Facebook and trying to be slamming other hunters and things like that and trying to claim a state record with that animal. But it's quite obvious that that's what happened. There's ethics and protocol when you take a nice animal. You just come on and say, hey, I took a nice animal. I'm looking for it here. I can't seem to find it right now. But there's ethics and stuff like that. You know, if you take a nice animal, you took a nice animal. That's great. Happy for you. But
Is this a kid that we know?
no, it's not.
Oh.
No. You have to use some respect. And if it is a record, even if it would have been legit, which I'm doubting considerably, and so is a lot of other folks, especially by the actions that were taken thereafter. If you take a record book animal, then you don't disrespect the guy that you beat before you.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just a matter of showing professionalism and things like that. If you're the next guy that beats the record, hey, congratulations to you, but you don't turn around and belittle somebody. But this one here seems to be like, here, check that out. It just seems very fishy and very questionable. And one time he was saying that he'd never seen the animal before, and then he was telling the scorer that he'd been watching it for 2 years, and his stories don't match, and there's a lot of iffy things. And the bad thing is that's going to come out of it when you do something like that. It's going to come back and bite hunting in the behind, because that story right there will blow up. Especially if somehow he does make it to the books and then he is dethroned. So don't do that kind of stuff. If you got an animal and it's big and you did go to a ranch somewhere, there's nothing wrong with that. It's great. I mean, going hunting there, you're supporting an industry. It's part of hunting. And that part of the industry needs to be there because there's people that need that particular part of the industry in order to still be able to get out there and hunt. So they also need healthy folks to get out there and hunt with it too in order to be able to keep their business alive. So there's nothing wrong with it. But don't taint it by doing something like this. That's what the problem. That's what I worry about right there.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can see that being a North Carolina buck. It's not ungodly.
There's a lot of actions that were taken afterward though that looks suspicious. That's what I worry about. In the very beginning, I wasn't, but then the actions that were taken after.
The coloring of the antlers is understandable too. You know, if this really is a North Carolina buck, the coloring of the antlers is understandable because a lot of people, if they shoot something that was just fresh out of velvet.
But you know, when they're in the woods and they lose their velvet, they don't stay as white as they do when they're not.
Well, you know, you're right too. And I'm looking at this picture. And
that's good. I want to hear what you got to say. You're my devil's advocate. I mean, I'm the devil. You're the advocate.
I'm going to start going back the other way though now because seriously, looking at this picture now, you can tell that this deer had been rubbing for a while. He's not fresh out of velvet.
Mm-hmm.
The tips are not as pointed as they would be. There's a lot of wear and tear on them. And yeah, you know, there's a good chance that this was taken somewhere else.
It's possible that it could be legit.
Yeah.
But to beat a record in a state by that much,
yeah,
I mean, that's a huge spread. I mean, you know, just to find all of a sudden a deer in North Carolina.
What was he saying this thing scored?
243 gross.
Well, I can tell you, looking at the pictures, I don't think that's a 240-inch buck.
Well, there's a lot of mass, things like that, and it depends on how you score it. And supposedly some Pope and Young scorer came in and scored it. So, you know, I don't know. It's just one of them deals. Then I was reading in my Buckmasters magazine about a fellow that shot a record buck and lost his record. Now, I'm going to give you a reason why he lost his record. It was an archery kill.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy thing for hunters to do. This guy did not do anything unethical. He didn't do anything intentional. He didn't do anything dirty or underhanded. He was just hunting. Took a very clean kill, took a nice animal, should have been a record book animal. After all was said and done, and he told the story about it, what he did and all the equipment he used, they took the record away. What do you suppose he did wrong, Brandon?
Well, I guess I was going to say that he was using a lighted knock, but
That's exactly it.
There's a lot of people that don't even think of that.
They don't.
I wouldn't have
They
thought of
either
it until
don't
I
think of
heard
it.
about it a little while ago. Probably about a year ago, it had been brought to my attention. You know,
They either don't think of it, and a lot of people don't know. They just don't know. You know, you go out there and you get all this equipment set up, and nowadays they come out with more and more of this cool equipment for us, and it's, and they don't realize that you put some of this stuff on your bow, and all of a sudden it disqualifies you from being able to claim a record book animal. And a lot of hunters would say, hey, I don't care, I want to have this on there or whatever. What's my chances of ever shooting a record book animal? what are your chances? You just never know.
Yeah.
And today, more and more people are planting food plots, and they're conserving, letting the little ones go, let them grow, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you could be the guy that shoots the next. It could be a county record, it could be a state record, it could be anything. But the whole deal is that if you used a lighted knock of any kind, your record book is gone.
Yeah.
You could be in another state, not even thinking about it, and you all of a sudden take a record book mule deer, or take a record book, hey, that kid with that record book bear.
Yep.
If that had been a bow kill. But there's a way to cure that.
Change your knock.
No. I mean, yeah, you're right. Don't use a lighted knock, but okay, now a guy says, I'm shooting a $12, $15 arrow, and I got some of these broadheads are $20 a piece now.
Yeah.
So you got, without the knock, you got $30, $35, $40 in your setup. If I lose that, I'd like to find it. There's a cure.
CEZ wraps.
Yep, CEZ.
Yep.
We did, and that's how we learned that these things, that a lighted knock was a disqualifying factor. The CEZ wraps are out there, and it's just a little reflective wrap that's made out of the same material that DOT vehicles and DOT cars have on their sides of their cars. So when you'll know the feeling, when you're driving down the freeway and you're really clipping along, and all of a sudden you see that reflection in the median, and it says Sheriff's Department or Highway Patrol. Yeah, it's made out of that stuff.
Yeah. No, it's we've seen them. We've seen them before. You shoot your arrow off into the brush, and you're better off to come back at night. You shine in there with a flashlight, especially a real bright LED flashlight, and I think reflects so good.
Yeah, and most of the time you're hunting toward evening anyway, so by the time you're looking for your animal, and here's the thing: if you lose your arrow or whatever you're tracking your animal, it's going to be dark by around that time anyway. So you come back, you just flash with a little bit of a light, and there it is. So you'd be surprised where you can find your arrows. I used them in Africa one time, and I found them. So where are we at on time there, Tim?
Yeah.
One? Okay. So yeah, I mean, when I was in Africa, I shot at a running animal just to try to help a guy out, which I shouldn't have done because I'm kind of a
bad shot as it is.
No.
Oh.
No, where'd you have to go with that, man, right away? You blow me out on the radio. I was going to say I'm kind of in opposition to shooting at running critters with a bow, because that's when something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
You take them too far back, or you take them in a bad spot. And so anyway, then we came back later on, and we just took the light, shined it out there in the grass, and bang, there was my arrow. No lighted knock.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. Check out your equipment and make sure that the equipment that you're using is legit in case you shoot a record book animal, and you never know when that could be. Could be a record book doe. Could be a world record doe. So let's wrap it up. We'll come back after these messages. Be right back.
If you're like most of us, your garage is never big enough. Need some extra room? Go see Denny at the Shed Shop in Eland and Shawano. Or maybe you need a new hunting shack or deer blind of your dreams. Again, the Shed Shop in Eland or Shawano. Complete quality-built sheds, competitive prices, made with treated wood or vinyl, and handcrafted by the Mennonites. Call Denny at the Shed Shop, 715-584-3050. The Shed Shop.
Attention, Central Wisconsin. There's a huge hail sale going on right now at Stark GM of Merrill. There's just a little damage to some cars on our lot, but there's big savings to be had throughout. Come take a look at all you get. Here are just a couple examples. How about a 2014 GM certified Chevy Cruze for just $11,988 or $188 a month with no down payment? That's right, $11,988 or $188 a month with zero down. Or choose from a selection of 2014 GM certified Impalas. Yes, just $11,988 or $188 a month with no down payment. So come to Stark GM of Merrill or visit us at www.starkmerrill.com and enjoy huge hail savings on over 150 vehicles in stock. Hurry! First come, first served. Plus tax, title, license, and fees. Selling price $11,988. $188 a month. 0 down. 72 months at 2.99% for well-qualified buyers. Only while supplies last. See dealer for details.
Every single day, people just like you are leading happier, healthier lives by working out at Snap Fitness.
My name is Carol Wisey. I was overweight, not feeling so good about myself. I just woke up one morning and decided enough's enough. The hardest step is walking into that gym because I'm sure you're going to feel self-conscious. When I walked through the door for the first time, I can honestly tell you I did not feel that way. They have so many different membership options. You don't need to be locked into a long-term contract. My physical health since I started working out at Snap Fitness has changed dramatically. I have a lot more energy. I'm happier. It will change your life. It will change your family's life. I promise you, if you take that first step and join Snap Fitness, you will not regret it.
Fall specials are here at Snap Fitness. Join for only $8.95 during the month of September. And get ready for our open house celebration coming in October with lots of great fun and prizes.
Music.
I was listening to some
We're jazzy.
AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Or no, not AC/DC. Aerosmith. Sorry.
Aerosmith.
Yeah. Walk This Way.
Oh, yeah. I like
On the
that.
way in here this morning.
Big difference between Aerosmith and AC/DC.
Yeah, I know.
You know, this back in my day, now, if you're going to talk about this stuff, get it right.
Well, that's just the thing. It was so long ago. Oh, boy. I'm
Don't even
surrounded.
go there. Hey, when we were up in Tomahawk yesterday, there was a couple of guys, his little band, you know. Guy was about my age, and he had long hair. He was one of them big hair guys, you know, singing. They were hitting all the oldies, which you would call oldies. It was actually my stuff, so I would call it classic. And he was just nailing it. It was just great, good stuff.
Oh, that's it?
I wanted to get up there and sing with him. And I'm thinking, man, where's Brandon? We'd be up there just hammering on them microphones.
You remember we went on that cruise when I was a kid and we jumped up on stage and stole the microphones from
And
the
started
band.
singing. Yeah. And they let us, too.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brandon, was your most exciting animal taken with a bow ever?
My most exciting animal taken with a bow?
Yes.
Oh, boy. That's a good question. It's hard to pick just one. Most exciting.
The most adrenaline you've had. Don't count the baboon.
No. Well, I'd have to say
You were going to bring her in here already?
I'd have to say that it was either you know, the kudu that I got in Africa or my first black bear. Because my first black bear was the first predatorial animal that I had ever shot, and then to shoot it with a bow.
Yeah.
I'd have to
I'll
say
tell you,
that
there is something very adrenaline packed about hunting bears with a bow, sitting there, and then they come in.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like Tim over there eating that donut. They come in and they start getting on the donut and they're eating, and you know you're sitting there watching them and you're just waiting for them to look the other way, so you can draw. Look at that. See how his eyes roll back in his head like that? You know.
That's when you draw.
That's when you draw. Because, you know, they're so focused on that donut right now. You got him. Now you got him right there.
Oh man.
You're making me think about going bear hunting right now, Tim. But I can't because I don't have a bow right now. I'm waiting on one. That's what happens when you're generous and you give your bows away. Mm-hmm.
You're not a very good shot, anyways.
Son, you and I are gonna we're filming. We're gonna have a shoot off. It's gonna be like the OK Corral.
All right.
This is gonna be the Big E Corral. We just gotta have somebody make us a corral. We don't even have to do that. We're just gonna lay down a challenge. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lay down. Oh, hey, we were gonna do a giveaway, by the way. All right.
Just set up a target in the down at Cedar Creek. Those hallway. That's plenty long enough. And
oh yeah, that'd be excellent. Right in the mall, we'll do it. Yeah.
Hey, we've got a 20-yard distance in the
museum.
In the museum there.
Yeah, we could shoot right. In the
let's see which one of you can pull off a Robin Hood.
Oh, that's easy.
So that's nothing. We can do that. Do you realize what we're shooting?
No, he can't do that. I can do that though.
No, wait. These bows are awesome. I'll Robin Hood. I'll do that right on film for you. We'll do that. No big deal at all. Don't look at me like that.
That's a lot of money in arrows.
So what? We'll do it. We'll do it. Challenge accepted.
So, it's a giveaway.
The giveaway thing,
Weren't you supposed to give this away in the last segment?
Yeah, I know. But we get sidetracked. We have a little bit of that mathematical disease, ADD, add. All right, hey, here's the deal. The next 15 people that like Big E Outdoor Radio on Facebook. How's that? We're going to watch it right now. The next 15 likes on Big E Outdoor Radio win a hat and a decal. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go this far. I mean, I'm probably going to have to purchase these for them, but I'm going to give you your choice. You can either have a Big E hat or an Expedition bow, an Expedition archery hat. That's what we'll do. Because it's bow season. So you can have your choice.
I'd rather have the Big E hat. I mean, I like my
I know you want one because you don't have one. And you already have an Expedition hat. But some of these people don't. And the Expedition hat's cool. It's got neon green, black, and all that kind of stuff on it. So that's what we do. I'm going to go to the Big E Outdoor Radio page, and I'm going to watch next 15 people that go on there and like the page. You win a decal and a hat. Right. Both. It's not a choice. Either. It's both. You win them both.
Well, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Hey, does Expedition have new hats? I think they have some new hats, actually, since mine. So, actually, I mean,
they're actually pretty cool.
I would, well, I don't know.
I've seen them on Facebook.
Maybe with our next bows that we get, we might get one of them newer hats.
Yeah, you do. Every time you buy a bow from Expedition, you get a hat.
Yeah.
That's it. And you get a decal.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
I do need another decal because I got...
mine's on my bow case.
Mine's on my Suburban, and now I got my pickup truck, so I need one on the truck. So.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. Go to Big E Outdoor Radio on Facebook. Give it a like. Give it a share, too. I should have said give it a share, too. But whatever. I'm not picky. Your name pops up on there. Bang. You win. It's easy. If you're too lazy to do that, just call in here and you win. I'll make it easy. Make it easy. They could be sitting they could have one of them smartphones. Them flip phones. They could be like your buddy Bear Hunter Joe.
Well, if they have that, they're not listening.
Well, he could be in his truck.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
Joe,
could
Joe
be
might
Bear
be
Hunter
one of
Joe.
them.
He might already have his bear. He could be sitting in his truck.
Or his deer. He's
having
deer.
a breakfast beer. That's what we do in Wisconsin. We start out in the morning.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, in Wisconsin, you don't have to be tagged out to be hunting from the truck. I mean, sitting in the truck.
715-298-9888. Again, 715-298-9888. If you don't have Facebook access right now, give us a call. We'll take down your name, your info, add you to the list of people I got to send stuff to already, and we'll send it to you. Give us a call. Quit drawing on me. I don't need any ink tattoos here. And now we'll get back to more important things at hand. Records.
Mm-hmm.
Time for you to break a record. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. Oh, my gosh, got that ADD thing going on. We're going to talk about long-range shooting. Do you know, nowhere can you find a record that I can seem to drum up on world record longest distance something was shot at. Don't have it. They don't have it. They got biggest animals.
Yeah, but how do you prove that?
It'd be easy. You got to have a witness.
So if your witness is willing to lie with you.
That's the thing. In the old, previous days, you wouldn't have been able to, measure the distance and things like that. But you can now because technology's there with your rangefinders and things that reach so far. And I would say that you'd have to film it. It'd have to be filmed. So it can. And there is a long distance organization out there. Long range, it's under long range freaks, but whatever they are. But it's hard custom rifles.
Uh-huh.
They have a long distance group. So if you're getting into that kind of stuff and you do want to do things with long distance, now they just have to figure out a way to keep track of it, put it in a record book type situation, and they can be, like world record, like shot a grizzly bear at 1,500 yards, and shot a snowshoe rabbit at 800 yards. I don't know. I'm just saying, be interesting. Don't look at me. When you look at me, you have to put some tone into it. We're on the radio. You can't give me that look silently.
I just thinking about something.
Actually, that's a good thing. You don't usually think very often.
Listen here, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is,
Yeah.
to shoot something at that distance,
Yeah.
what kind of a sheller / rifle combo are you using?
Depends on what you're shooting. I mean, you're not going to shoot a snowshoe rabbit with a 50 caliber rifle.
You could.
Well, you could, but you wouldn't have much there to prove what you did. You have to have a carcass to prove what you did.
You might get a lucky rabbit's foot out of the deal.
Right.
How could that rabbit's foot be lucky? He had 4.
That.
Think about
It was lucky. That was the one that survived.
Who started that deal there? Oh, I got my lucky rabbit's foot. Really? I wasn't too lucky for that rabbit. You're carrying his foot around in your pocket.
Huh.
Think about it. Or did that get lucky? Yeah. Or the only way it would be lucky is if you found it in a trap. That's my lucky rabbit's foot. Why? Because I was checking the traps, and this is all I found was his foot. Lucky rabbit.
Oh, boy.
Now there you go.
There it is.
See?
All right.
All right. We'll come back. We'll talk about lucky rabbit and long distance shooting in a little bit.
Welcome back to Biggie Outdoor Radio. This segment is brought to you by Bruise Brothers, located on Highway X in Weston, just off of Highway 29. Fresh burger ground daily from country fresh meats and awesome hand-cut fries with all the tasty seasonings to choose from. They got plenty of tap brews with 35 beers on tap. If you haven't made your way on over to Bruise Brothers yet, you need to head on over and check them out. And tell them Big E sent you, and they'll give you a little something special from us just for mentioning it. But head on over there, and you'll be hooked up with the best burgers in town. That's Bruise Brothers on Highway X in Weston. Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Big E Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Big E Outdoors destinations. Big E Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic, Check us out online at BiggieOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Biggie Outdoors at Cedar Creek.
Rejection is one of our biggest fears. As humans, our greatest need is to be accepted. So when Ben walked into Jim Krishock Jewelers and met with Jody, he was looking for someone to accept him. You see, Ben was head over heels in love with Amanda, and he wanted to give her the diamond engagement ring of her dreams. But he didn't feel good about his credit, and he didn't feel good about a past jewelry shopping experience where another jeweler wouldn't even give him the time of day. But Jody had a different attitude. Instead, she went right to work on getting a credit application filled out. And before he knew it, he was approved for, well, a lot more than he thought he would be. That's total acceptance. So Jody walked him over to the diamond case, and he picked out the ring that would knock Amanda off her feet. We're Jim Krishock Jewelers, and when you walk in here, you know you'll find it. And you'll be accepted. We're in front of Best Buy on Rib Mountain Drive, and nobody does I do like we do.
Is it a 6-minute one?
Yeah.
I didn't know where.
Here we go.
Where are we? Hey, we're back. Just letting everybody know out there that's listening, and I'm not sure if it's going on all over the place, but we're having a little bit of technical difficulties out here. We're having some issues with the station fading in and out. Sometimes, I guess, we're getting some notification that sometimes we just fade out and you don't hear us. We're hearing each other in here, and then all of a sudden it comes back on and you hear us again. So we apologize for that. There's not much we can do about that. It's something to do in the airwaves, and not much we can do except listen to you complain about it, which you're welcome to.
Just looking at you here, and you got a lot of white in your beard.
I know. It comes from many years of being married.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or being a parent.
No, it's from being married. If it's from being a parent, it's from being a parent to his sister.
See, Brandon, I tried to give him an out.
Yeah. It's not him. It's not him. Believe me, his sister's kind of she's kind of a tough one there sometimes. Huh?
All this after the story about the aluminum.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I dealt with that.
I mean, I was in high school. I mean, at least I don't do it now.
You don't do it often?
No, I don't do it now.
Oh.
I don't want to pay for the repairs.
No. You were welcome. More than happy to let me pay for them, I can tell you.
We didn't fix that car. That one went on to win 2 demo derbies in a row, 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we did. We sent it off to some kid wanted to put it in a demolition derby, and we said, well, here, this one's already got a start. And it won 2 years in a row. That car couldn't die.
That was just at the 2 demo derbies it went to.
Oh, no,
not the 2 it went to. That was just at the 2 in Watoma.
Yeah, that thing was the Walking Dead of Luminous. It wouldn't die.
Yeah, it went to many of them, but for 2 years in a row, it did nothing but win.
Mm-hmm. Yep. By the way, we already got a couple people that came on and won new likers. So, anybody else out there, if you keep on jumping on here, and
once the radio show is over, then this is over.
The party's over.
Yeah,
it's good night.
We either hit 15 or we don't.
Yeah. The thing is, some people are just reluctant, and they think, I can't win anything. I'm just going to stop right there because I was going to say something, and it would have been bad. Sometimes I come up with some bad things to say.
You think?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we got a timer running over here.
Yeah, we got a short segment this time. I don't know what's going on over there. Our technicalologist guy.
You went long to start.
We did?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway. I'm looking to see if we got any more new likes. We actually just lost 5.
Oh, man.
And when we can't let everybody forget, the Big E Outdoor Museum is almost ready to open. Almost. We got a lot of stuff going.
That's right. 3 weeks ago, we were opening in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We are looking, anybody that wants to be a contributor, put something on display. If you'd like to do that, we are accepting anything that you'd like to put in there. Porcupines, squirrels, rabbits, big game animals, fish. If you got something that you got...
Does a lucky rabbit's foot count?
Yeah, she probably would count. She probably would, yeah. A rabbit's foot would. It would. She would. I put the trap down there, and I put the rabbit's foot in it, and, yeah.
You know, how far away you shot it?
Yeah.
On a little card?
I'm nervous to have any of that, like... Oh, what is the word I'm looking for?
Paraphernalia?
No.
That... What... How is it that when we try to look for a word to describe something, we can't find it this early in the morning? I don't understand that. Anyway.
I'm at a complete loss.
We got a lot of people listening from South Africa this morning. How is it? How is that?
I know we have a bigger following over there than we do over here.
It's because they can't speak our language or what?
Yeah.
But they do. They speak 2 languages.
I don't know what these guys are saying, but they sound like they're probably pretty funny.
They call us up and say,
no
hey,
idea.
you guys sound pretty good over there. And, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for talking about us. We can't wait to go back over there.
My question is Wayne wearing his Packer jersey today?
Yeah, Wayne and South Africa, are you wearing your Green Bay Packer jersey today? Because the Packers were on bear hunt last week.
Yeah.
Now they're going bird hunting.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I'm cheering for that Seahawks defense today. Woo! I said it. And we got to go to a break.
Brandon.